Yeah, I've got it on deck. I haven't torn into it yet.
Okay. All right.
Bye, Paul. Good to see you.
Yeah. Later, Paul.
Bye, Paul. Vashti, I see you there. If you want to come join the screen, just accept that panelist request. If not, you're welcome to listen. Chuck, kick us off. What are you excited about this? What are you thankful for this week, Chuck?
Wow. I'm thankful for a lot of things. Thankful for my FunnelFlow family. Right?
Yeah.
Things are just going good. We've had a good year, not only with the business growing, but just getting out there and doing stuff and visiting people. Making those connections has been really important and fun for us this year. How about you, Caleb? What are you thankful for?
Oh, wow. I'm also thankful for my FunnelFlow family.
I got to stop you. I actually get to see Scott in like a couple weeks in person, like
what?
Face to face.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yes.
How's this happening?
Well, right under your nose. You didn't even know it, did you?
Yeah. We do stuff without telling you, Caleb.
Yeah. So,
Well, it has to go through corporate governance. It has to be approved.
All right. Rubber stamp it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm thankful for my FunnelFlow family. This group, small and humble as it may be, gives me a lot of purpose and focus and drive. And I feel driven for success in business. I mean, for my own sake, sure, I got bills, I have a family, but I want to go out there, learn what's working, and then bring it back to you so you don't have to struggle to figure it out. And
lovely.
Yeah, so in Expert Secrets, Russell talks about the different type of experts, and I forget exactly the name, but one is essentially the guide. It's like, I'm only a few steps ahead of you. I'm in the jungle and I just have the machete and I'm chopping my way through. So I don't know where the temple is. I know it's out there. I believe it's there. I've read the maps. I've heard the stories. I haven't made my $1 million online yet, but I'm going to find it and I'm going to take you guys with me. So
that needs to be your speech.
Ooh, there you go. Called it. Sandra
okay.
called it.
Yeah. So
way to stand up and show up and speak up, Caleb.
With confidence. So I'm a little self-conscious of my big goofy headset, but I think the audio is rich and
oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. So anyway.
No wonder you sound so sultry.
Yeah. Don Marie, what are you thankful for?
Wow. Well, some of you know my story and what the last several months have bring. I think number one, I am thankful for the fact that God is truly faithful and I am literally walking the word right now. I'm walking the word and I'm seeing that it come to life, and I'm seeing it come to life in people and in circumstances. Even though the circumstances suck, I'm seeing him come through. So I wouldn't trade that for the world. And I think I'm also thankful in that process for what he's showing me about me, and that I'm not as much of a hot mess as sometimes I thought I was, and I'm having to pull out my greatness and scratch away the dirt, and just good friends, good people like my sister. You find out that my sister here that I'm with, my spiritual sister, we both dated people named Guy, but she married hers. We like the same thing. We don't get offended about the same. I mean, we're just like two peas in a freaking pod. And so I'm majorly grateful for her. So, just the people in my life, man, I can't. And Caleb, oh my God, you've turned my world upside down. Like, I can really feel like I can market who I am, and you make me no longer lackluster on paper.
Well, Don Marie, we're thankful for you. And newsflash, I think everyone's a hot mess. I'm certainly a hot mess. Chuck is definitely a hot mess. Dr. Jason, 100% hot mess. We're all hot messes. So you're among friends. You're among good company. So
Absolutely.
anyway, I see Randy and Vashti down there. You want to introduce yourself? They are recent additions to the group, got connected from Joe Pellegrino in Florida. Just why don't you say hello?
Hi, everybody. I kept this muted because we're sitting in the same room where our washer and dryer are. So I don't want to have a lot of noise coming through. But we were just popping in, doing some things. I got the text that said you were on, and we thought we'd pop in for a few minutes. But we're really
Sure.
grateful for the beginning of our journey. We mastermind with Caleb on Friday. And really starts. We're looking forward to this journey. And you got anything to say?
What's your business, Vashti Walker? What's your guys' business?
So I'm a dog trainer. I've been a dog trainer for 5 years, and I just recently decided to branch out and start my own business, and to provide in-home kind of family-friendly training where we train the entire family and home environment rather than just pulling the dog out of it, training the dog, putting the dog back in, and then the dog fails. Anyway, I've been doing this for a while, kind of standing on the shoulders of other giants that I feel are missing certain elements and building a bigger, better brand. And I've almost finalized our logo. It's fantastic. It's so good. And we're so excited. And so my husband and I will be the main trainers. My dad will be the business and financial kind of backbone. And we're hoping to expand and provide. I have 4 kids, all under 5. So I have a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-month-old.
Wow.
And we're starting this business. And I got a puppy to train for the new business too. So we're just, you talk about hot mess. That's the definition. I'm a chaos coordinator. That's what I call myself. So we're
I
just
like
tell.
that. I like that. You go ahead, lady. You run it. You are
Yeah,
queen, and that is your king.
take as much knowledge as we can and just apply it all. So.
Well, I know
Well-
working with Caleb is amazing. It's just like, so I know you guys are in good hands.
Well, welcome to the family of hot mess. So yeah, we're all figuring this out. We're all here to get leads and grow our business and support each other. So this is Emily. She is one of the members of our hot mess. You say hello. Yeah. Go watch a show. Love you. There you go. That's the magic word.
Bye, Emily.
Okay, go get ready for soccer. All right, cool. Well, let's get right into it. Lost my train of thought. Okay, so what we've been talking about for the last few weeks is, if you read my email last night, basically when people come to your funnels, they usually hit a brick wall. It's like, okay, they come to our funnel, and this is the way Russell and the great ones have taught us, is that we want to hide our good stuff on the other side of them giving us our email, which is great. Okay, it works. But the problem is when people come to funnels, there's usually at best, depending on the type of funnel, anywhere from like a 10 to a 30% conversion rate. That means for every 10, or let's use 100, for every 100 people that come to our websites, 70 to 80 of them will leave and never take any action. Well, I mean, you're saying, Caleb, that's just how funnels work. True. Okay. But yes, you may. No, it's not. She's 7. Okay. So I had grand plans of like going to the office early this morning, but whatever. Here I am. So basically 70-80% of people who hit our funnels, they're going to bounce away, and maybe they'll come back at another day. They'll see the next ad, they'll see the next email, but that's like a 70 or 80% tax on everything we do. Who likes to pay 80% taxes?
Not I.
No, that's like worse than the worst socialism, right? So we're Americans, right? Sorry, Dari. Like we're Americans. We like low taxes, and if you tax us too much, we are going to revolt. So, in order to fix this problem, we need to really pull the people into our presentation before we ask for the email address. Okay, so when we talk about funnels, there's an important concept Russell teaches. It's called hook, story, offer. So basically, what's the hook? Right? What is the reason that I'm interested in what's going on this page? What is the pain point I'm speaking about? What's the story starting to pull me? Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Caleb
Yes.
keeps getting hooked.
All right. You're all hooked. All right. All right. So what's the story that's pulling the prospect into what you have on the funnel, right? So that means you're starting to read the sales letter, you're starting to watch the video, and then what's the offer? What do you want them to do? Okay, so unfortunately, most of the time, all the good stuff on funnels are on the other side of when we give them the email, okay? Now, unless we are like super amazing, and are master storytellers or master hook setters, or the offer is just like so crazy, like free Ferrari, details inside, right? Unless we are just that masterful, there's going to be a mismatch somewhere on that funnel, right? So am I making sense? Right.
Yep.
So it's
Come on.
all right. So there's going to be a mismatch. So either we're not going to communicate it properly, or the prospect will be distracted, or the message will hit wrong, or something like that. And people are like, man, this isn't for me, or there's not enough curiosity, and then they bounce away. Okay. So when we're doing the hook, story, offer on our funnel, there's a simple way to simplify it, and it's this concept called in-video conversion. So we've been talking about it for the last few weeks, and basically what we do is we simplify the funnel, we take away everything, and it's just a video, okay? And we don't ask for the email until they've watched about 25-30% of the video, and we have clearly, painstakingly communicated why they need to proceed with giving us their contact information to move forward, okay? And if we do this right, we can have conversion rates of anywhere from like 50 to 60%. Right? So we go from a 80% tax to a 50% tax. We're still in the realm of socialism, but a little bit better, right? Think of it like a tax rebate. Who wants a tax rebate? Yeah. Amen. Okay. So we've been talking about this the last few weeks. So what I've done is I've actually made a live presentation with a real client. You guys want to see the video? It just takes a few minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Does it
Yeah.
include a free Ferrari?
Well, actually, this one kind of does. All right, let's pull it open.
I got a Mustang on my funnel. Got the same one. Anybody else get this one from Caleb? Oh, jelly.
Give me a second. Just give me a second to pull open my screen. We have some people hiding in the background.
Can you remind
What?
Emily that you're building a $1 billion empire, please?
She doesn't care. She just wants to play Roblox. All right. Yeah.
Daddy's building a $1 million empire, Emily.
Yeah. Dr. Jason, what are you grateful for? Give us an update while I pull the screen open.
I'm grateful for God's providence through a difficult season, and I'm also grateful for the help that everyone offers in this group. This is just, I would not know anything about marketing or sales were it not for what I picked up from everybody here. So, and what I'm noticing is when I go out and find some other resource that I get pinged on and look at it, and it's got, here's some educational video on social media marketing. All of it goes back to all of the concepts you're bringing up here, except they don't go into the same level of detail. And they also don't make it as simple as you do. So I'm thankful for all of that.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jason. We appreciate that.
Well, while are you
Appreciate
still bringing it up, Caleb?
I got it I got it right
Okay.
here.
Okay, cool. I was gonna ask Dr. Jason a question.
Well, let's save that for the end. Okay. Wide floating meeting controls. Now, all right, so here's the back end of the funnel. All right, so in video conversions, pretty simple. If you look in .com secrets, he talks about a funnel called the reverse squeeze page. And basically the concept of a reverse squeeze page is I'm going to give you something of value, but then if you want more, you need to go to the next page. And this is essentially a new school reverse squeeze page, right? So on this page, we're actually hiding all the elements that, you know, the backbone of getting them to opt in and give us their email address. And I'll show you kind of how that's broken down. But yeah, so if you're looking for like a textbook reference, this is technically a reverse squeeze page. And Russell talks about them getting actually around a 20% conversion rate if they're done right. But what this guy Vince Reed is teaching, where I learned it from, he's getting about a 50% opt-in rate. And you know, I'm a marketer, so a lot of people market to me. And this marketing worked on me, and I am now paying $100 a month because it worked. All right. So yeah, like I said, I'm just a few steps ahead of you. And this is kind of where I'm learning, where I'm helping people develop these things. So I wanted to share it with you. All right, so I've turned this into a template, but here is the basic structure of it. Super, super simple, right? And I'm just modeling what he's doing. So as you can see, there is no, when you click through his ads, there's a little headline and a sub headline here. I was having trouble finding his actual funnel, but if you could just imagine, there's a little headline and a sub headline, and then there's the video. So that's really the only difference. And then we just have the video, right? So there's no long form sales letter. There's no, you know, opt-in form to watch the video. It's just the video, right? Pretty simple. And people are fairly conditioned to actually press play. Okay. So here's my version of it. And the idea here is on the funnel itself, we want to call out the ideal client, right? So for this particular product, he is a financial advisor, and he helps people save on their taxes. And you're going to see the video here in just a second. But basically what we're saying is like professionals and business owners making over $500,000 per year. Like that would be an ideal client call out. And then market data that confirms a suspicion and causes authority. Scott, can you remind us what market data is from our time with Amanda Holmes a few weeks ago?
Well, it's usually in the form of a percentage, some statistic based on at least air quotes research that says 97% of people have this pain point just like you.
Right. So we could say something like 95% studies show or data shows that over 95% of high income earners are paying 30% more taxes than they should. Right? Something like that. So if you're a high income, so if you hit this page, so this isn't a 100% conversion rate funnel, right? There's no funnel that is. All right. But the idea is if you have enough, you know, if you have decent, semi-decent ad targeting, or you have a warm list, or, you know, some sort of targeting that is pushing people into the funnel, like right away, we are being very clear who this is for. And we're immediately poking our finger in a wound that this ideal client is struggling with. Okay. So in the original example, and like I said, I was struggling to find the original funnel. In the original example, his ideal client call out was something like marketers using video sales letters or webinars to sell things, right? And then the market data was something like, you're right, more than 50% of the people or 80% of the people who come to your funnel don't actually see what you're selling, right? So something like that, it's just, we're immediately tapping into a pain that the client is dealing with, okay? So who thinks, I know you guys are all budding copywriters, who thinks that they could write copy like this? Who thinks that they could call out on paper who their ideal client is? Okay, some resounding confidence right now. I feel it. You can just
See a
feel the
couple hands
confidence.
raised. See a
I
couple
feel the
hands raised.
confidence, yeah, swelling in the ranks. Okay. My point is, this is not like a long form crazy sales letter. It's 2 lines. Who we're talking to, the pain they're dealing with. Done. Okay. So now into the video. So I need to stop my share so I can share my screen, my sound again. Stop share. Gonna share. Morning, Aaron. How are you? Good to see you.
Here we go. Now
That's
I'm
it.
unmuted.
There you go. That's Emily. She's very curious this morning.
I have an Emily
say-
too. That's about the same age.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
Yeah, they've multiplied, which is
Mhm.
troubling. Okay.
Emily, Kaylee's still in bed. Why aren't you?
So what's the reverse squeeze here? So you have a headline and a video, and then what's the
A reverse squeeze is a reverse squeeze simply says that, like, you'll start them. No, where is that? Did we move that funnel? I'm kind of a hot. Oh, here we go. So this is a reverse squeeze. This is a classic reverse squeeze. So basically everything is on the other side of the opt-in, but we're still giving a little video that is valuable, right?
Got
So
it.
if you go, right? So the idea is here, you're giving them a little taste, right? So this is Scott and Tanya. This is one of the first funnels I made. You know, giving some encouragement, giving a little bit of teaching, but really everything of value and bulk is on the other side of the opt-in.
so that's a regular funnel. That's a non-reverse.
This right here, what you're looking at is a reverse squeeze page. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that this so as you can see, there's still a lot of things going on, right? We have this image, we have all these things about Scott and Tanya. Emily, please, thank you. Okay, so what I'm showing now today, it's a simplified version of this, right? Because even this funnel right here can be overwhelming for people to build. It can still be a little bit much for someone coming into the funnel, not if they don't know Scott and Tanya, right? And what a funnel like this does is it gives the person coming onto the page a lot to think about, right? Do I really want to take this course? Who are these people with perfect hair, right? And so, you know, this funnel, and this is a great example, got about a 20% opt-in rate. So about, of the 100 people that came to this funnel, only 20 actually gave us their email address, right? Because everything that they want is on the other side of this email address. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say, and maybe not very hard, maybe not very clearly this morning, is in a traditional funnel, everything of value that the prospect wants is on the other side of the opt-in, okay? Even if we tease it out a little bit, everything's on the other side. So what happens is a lot of people bounce. They're like, I don't want to give you my email. I'm out, okay? Or this video right here, maybe it's not convincing enough, right? It's only a 2-minute video, right? So they're just like, I don't know. I'm sick of giving my email address out. Now, in contrast, what we're doing over here is we're not going through the hassle of building this big old landing page, right? We're just simply saying, hey, watch the video. Okay, watch the video. So this is a live example for a client I'm building, and I'll just show you how it works. Okay. So let me know, give me a thumbs up if you can hear the sound once it starts playing.
Caleb with the Strategic Navigators team. Thank you so much for watching our presentation. This is a short presentation for high income earners only, where together with my friend Josh, we are going to show you how to ethically save 40 to 60% on taxes in 2023. But before I do that, let me ask you a question. Do you believe taxes are going to go up or down in the future? If you look around, if you're observant, I'm sure you would answer that taxes are in fact going to go up in the future. With that in mind, do you feel like you're paying your fair share of taxes as a high income earner or business owner? I'm sure you would answer yes, and even more than that, you probably feel like you're paying more than your fair share on taxes, that no matter how much money you make, a huge portion of that money goes directly out the door to taxes. And as a high income earner, you probably want to build wealth. And more than just wealth for yourself, you want to build generational, lasting wealth that makes an impact and provides for future generations. But you struggle because wealth building is extremely difficult when you're trying to push against the mountain called taxes. But I'm here to tell you, it's not your fault. The real reason it's difficult to build wealth, it's not because you're not making enough money. It's because the tax code. The tax code is the real elephant in the room. It's what nobody talks about, but it is the real reason high income earners struggle to build generational wealth. And you know why? The tax code is designed to be confusing. The stakeholders do not want the tax code to be easily applied. And to that end, the tax code is now over 70,000 pages. The tax code is written to the advantage of business owners and high earners, but unfortunately, most don't apply the provisions simply because it is so confusing. So that means if you make over $500,000 per year, you own a business, or you're an established high income earning professional, like a doctor, lawyer, engineer, that means you're probably paying too much in taxes because you are not applying the provisions within the tax code to get the maximum tax benefits allowed to you. What does that mean? It means you're tipping Uncle Sam, which is never good. But don't despair. Don't worry. I would like to introduce you to your new best friend, Joshua Sherrard. Joshua Sherrard is the president and CEO of Strategic Navigators. He helps business owners and professionals save 40 to 60% on taxes each year. How? By simply applying the tax code properly. And in this video, and I'm going to introduce you to Josh in just a moment, and you're going to hear from him in his own words. He's going to show you how he helps save high income earners 40 to 60% per year on taxes. He's going to use a lot of diagrams, acronyms, and he's going to absolutely blow your mind at what is possible with these strategies. He's going to show you side-by-side financial comparisons and show you actual real case studies of previous clients that they've been able to help with these strategies, and as a result, save 40 to 60% on their taxes. So, in summary, on this training, you will learn the step-by-step breakdown, how Josh and his team helps high-income earners ethically and legally save 40% plus per year on taxes. And then, once you understand how to save the money on the annual basis, he's going to show you how to turn that tax savings into generational wealth with this little-known tactic of the 1%. So, let's get started. All we ask you in return is to put your email in the next box. You'll see a little box pop open. Put your email in the box. The presentation will continue right away, and we will see you on the other side.
Bam.
Who's hooked so far?
Yep.
Give it
Who
to
would
me.
Who
I
would
want
put their email? Who would
wanna
put their
know it.
email in at this point?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Is this a little bit more compelling than just a brick wall that says free presentation, how to save 40 to 60% on your taxes? Like a traditional webinar? Yes? Okay. All right. So the idea here is we have set that hook. We have told the story. We have set it deep. And we're pulling them in. Now I'm invested. Who feels invested in this, in the answer? Like,
Yep.
I need to know, right? Because
Mhm.
I don't want to pay 40 to 60% more on taxes. That'd be stupid, right? So we are speaking now in a traditional webinar presentation, we're going into the origin story and the background and all that stuff. All that's great, right? But unless they already know, like, and trust you, maybe they don't care so much. All they care about is their problem, right? So this is very problem focused presentation. It says, hey, this is the problem. This is what you're dealing with. I'm going to show you the solution, but all I ask in return is you give me your email. At this point, okay, that's fine. Now, this little funnel that you see, the actual mechanics of it, this is an eBooth. So the thing that I bought, it's a platform called eBooth, Entrepreneurs, Business Owners, something video. And you can actually upload the video, and then you tell the system when you want to pop this little opt-in box, and it keeps going. Now, transparently, it's $100 a month. So it's like, I don't really want to pay for another subscription. That's understandable. Now, what I did on the FunnelFlow platform in this template I'm developing is basically, I'll just take you into the back end of the funnel. Okay. So ideal client call out. So these are just our headline stuff. This is where I embedded the eBooth form. Okay. Or the eBooth video. But let's just say you don't have eBooth or you don't want to pay for it. That's totally fine. We're just going to add an element called video. Okay. So we would just put a normal video here. It could be Vimeo. It could be YouTube. You can even host the video here on the platform itself. But let's just say you have a Vimeo link. So we're going to drop that Vimeo link. And all we're going to do is we do the presentation the same way, right? We say, all we ask in return is you put your email box down below. And then maybe you add a 10-second screen that points down that says, click the button and put your information in the form, right? And then what I've done here is this annoying bouncing button. You see that little hidden timer right there? See that? Anybody?
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I see it.
There you go.
All right.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I've actually hidden that. And then what you do is so let's say that at minute 4 minutes and 6 seconds, you say, all we ask in return is you put your email down below, right? So what you do here on this little timer, you just say 4 minutes, 6 seconds, okay? And then we have show and hide element, all right? So we're going to, at that moment, so we have our call to action button, right? So I've labeled this button element call to action. So all I do with my little timer here is I say, I want to show the call to action button at this time. Does that make sense? So then, and then we take that button and then we just hide it, right? So now the button, it's there, it's just hidden, okay? And then we're going to white this out. So it's not, the prospect doesn't actually see it on the page. And then all of a sudden it's starting to look a lot like our friend Vince's funnel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, right. So this is the embed. Let's pretend that's not there. So there's our video, right? And then if you do this, you can see our little hidden timer down there. You see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So when that timer goes off, it's going to pop that button, right? And we're going to time that with the video. And then that button action is going to open the pop-up, right? So, and obviously this is just a template prompt. We're going to say, put your email in to show, to show, Josh will teach you how to save 40 to 60% on taxes ethically into your email to continue the presentation, right? Similar to as I have it here in our live example, right? So this is the poor man way of doing it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's, not as 100% smooth as the video pops open, the opt-in box pops right there, but it's still pretty functional, right? And if you make a little ending card on the video that says, click the button, or you can even make the form show right below. It doesn't need to be a button, right? My point
Mhm.
is, it's just a very super simple funnel, right? Okay, so
Yes.
let's continue. And then once we put our email in, we're going to go.
So Caleb, real quick,
Yeah.
so you said instead of having that button, you could have the form pop up at the timer.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever element we want to embed or show, we can make that happen.
I mean, just to be super clear, so pop up, I used the wrong word. What I meant was it's just going to appear at the bottom, because a pop up would be like what I just saw, but appear
Right.
at the bottom like the button. You can have a form do that.
Yeah. So for this example, I had a button. So as you can see, buttons hidden. That little timer makes the button show. Okay. So let's say that you wanted to show a form. We could do it just the same. We'll say, we'll add a little form here. Okay.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah. We can make that show just the same, right? So
Right.
this element is called form. So we'll just say opt-in form, because usually you need to label it in order to like make sense of, you know, all the different elements you have on your funnel.
Right.
All right. And then here's our little timer. So we're going to show. All right. So video. So we're going to show that opt-in form at that time. And then we just hide this. All right. So it's the same principle. If you want to show a form, if you want to open up a sales letter, I've seen Frank Kern do something similar where when he kind of times the video, he'll now have his whole sales letter open up so that, you know, you can actually, now it's starting to work more like a traditional funnel where they can, you know, read your sales letter and get more engaged. Anyway, so yeah, just the principle is here that how you apply it, you can tactically do it a few different ways. But basically, we are not asking them to give us their email address until they're already, to use a poker term, pot committed, right?
Mhm.
They are invested, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna click this, and then it's gonna continue right away.
Hey, great. Thanks so much for trusting us with your information. We are going to send you the accompanying PDFs and supporting material of this presentation to your inbox. And also information to work with Josh and his team, if you so choose, is in your inbox as well. So I'd like to introduce you to my friend Joshua Sherrard, how he helps high income earning professionals and business owners save 40 to 60% per year on taxes.
My name is Josh Sherrard, and I want to take a little bit of time to talk about what we do here at Strategic.
Okay. So I know you're all interested in that funnel, and I will share with you the live example as soon as it's done. But basically, as soon as we grab that email, in order to kind of like self-validate the email address and make sure they're not giving us junk, we say, hey, anything that all the information that you actually need to get started with what we're about to teach you, we've sent it to your inbox, right? So if they go through the video and they're like, this is great, I want this, I want to work with Josh, I don't want to pay all this money in taxes, or whatever it is you're teaching or schlepping, you send that to their inbox, and so that it forces them to give you a good email address. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
100%.
Mhm.
So I've been teaching this this style of funnel for the last few weeks, and really the main difference here is I've now put it into a funnel structure. And so if you are a FunnelFlow member and you're on the platform, you're going to get this template, and I've put together everything you need to actually build this funnel, everything from the actual slide, the templated slide deck presentation, to the funnel itself, and then and it's going to have a walkthrough how to connect the wires, right? So that really you have everything you need to actually build the presentation, set the funnel up, without spending more money on another tech platform. So that's kind of where we're at. Questions, comments, thoughts?
Come on. That's great, Caleb. I will just add so that conversions don't drop. is always to think of the process as caveman style explanation as to what to do next, step by step. If you're doing that, those extra components, sales pages, forms at the bottom. And then when they do, as long as they're visible too, so you can even, size things up on that landing page originally, so it doesn't go outside of what they're looking at, especially on the mobile setup. Then you'll see conversions because you're telling them what to do, right? Clearly, caveman style, simple, straightforward, boom. And you won't miss out on any conversions.
That's gold.
That's nice.
That's gold.
I'm part caveman, so I like that. That's good.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Chuck, what do you think?
Fully developed.
I like it. And thanks for sharing that caveman style. That makes like perfect sense. Make it very simple. I like how you hacked into it. You're using the tools that we have already, and we're able to circumvent or just duplicate what they're doing, and keep them involved, right? Like that's the thing.
Yeah. And even if we're selling a service, like Chuck does SEO optimization for small business, even if we're selling a service, what you can teach, and this would work for Vashti and Randy, it's like even if you're selling a service, you can teach how you deliver that service. So you can teach how to achieve the result that they want that you provide for them, right? So Chuck is going to increase your organic visibility of your websites. So he's going to teach. He's going to share the problem with, ranking your business in Google, ranking your business locally. He's going to share all the problems and the reason why people fail, right? But before and then he's going to say, well, there's actually there's 3 things you can do, and I'm going to share with you right now to actually get your business on the front page with Google, right? Now, no guarantee of results, but if you do these 3 things, statistically, you're going to increase your organic ranking, and hey, you may even hit the front page of Google. All I ask in return is you put your email in, and I'll continue the training. Now, at the end, his offer is maybe not coaching, or maybe it's not a course, but it's like, hey, I'll actually do this for you. But by teaching how you deliver the results, how your prospect can get what they want, they understand your secret sauce. They understand that you have expertise in it. They trust you, and now they're going to hire you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a lot of us are in done for you type of industry. Like I'm going to do something for you. Or you're going to hire me or whatever. What we're doing is we're teaching them how we do it. And if they want to do it themselves, great, more power to them. But most people don't, right? They just want to hire someone to do whatever service is required, whether it's an agency or train their dog or whatever. Maybe you sell a physical product, and this presentation could be like this of how you would actually achieve the result with this product that you're trying to sell, right? So if it's like a supplement or a skin cream or a type of high-end physician treatment, you want to show how this product or service or supplement achieves a result and all the reasons why people fail to achieve that result with other ways. And then you're going to share how they can actually achieve that result, whether it's clearer skin or lose the weight or whatever, right? And your supplement or product or high-end medical treatment is the way they get that. Does that make sense? And so what you could email them is like a coupon to get started or something like that.
Nice.
I was trying to riff on your example, Aaron. I don't know, was I somewhat close? What you guys are doing with dermatology?
That's one of them. Yeah, we're trying to get that off the ground. I have like 6 that we're working on with different partners and different things.
Yeah, you're a busy man. The principle here is no matter what we're selling, you can use this formula, this framework, and you can plug it into it. Okay, so whether you're selling a course, even if you're selling a book, it's like, what's the problem that your product service is addressing? And then you're going to share with them that actually there's a solution. So by this point, they're committed. They're like, yes, I'm in. And then you ask for the email before you go too deep into it, right? And then what you're offering at the end is your widget you're selling, whatever. And that what you email them is a something to get started quickly, right? So it's pretty simple. I broke it all down. I put it in the members area. Here a day or two after Thanksgiving, I hope to have kind of the finishing touches on everything so that if you're on the FunnelFlow platform, you can build this yourself. So yes, Scott, you've raised your hand. Thank you.
Yes, I virtually did. So one of the most compelling parts of the video was the side-by-side comparison of the balance sheets. And that made me more than anything want to opt in to that training. Like, okay, that's real proof. That's compelling difference. And now I want to know how maybe I can apply that to my business, right? So I'm trying to figure out, I'm thinking as you're talking, like, how can I do that in my my business? I can't think of like a side-by-side balance sheet that is going to illustrate, greater fulfillment, less worry and sleepless nights, more relationship connection. I don't know how to demonstrate that, but it would be nice if I could.
Well, Chuck's raised his hand. Chuck, do you have an idea?
I like that feature. Thanks for showing me, Scott. Could you for your type of business, could you post up a review, like a quick review that somebody gave you? Before working with Scott, I had a loveless marriage. Now it's fulfilling and my business is propelling. Yes, it's not the same comparison, but it is some type of social proof. Is that what we really want to do with that, Caleb? Is show proof that we know what we're doing? That side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, that's all that was. Like when I put that in there, everyone's raising their hand. I like this. It used to be like, who can talk first, right? Now we're civilized. We don't argue, right?
Caveman style, civilized.
Yeah, it's literally just social proof. Like that's just. And another way to look at it is before your product or service or coaching and after. So whether that's a testimonial, whether that's a screenshot, whether that's some like actual stats, like let's say you sell a weight loss supplement or something like that. All right, well, this is client A. She was 350 pounds after working with us for 6 months. She's now 345 pounds, right? Impressive. Or
that would not be impressive. But
I know, I'm sorry. Just think of it super simple. Before working with you or buying your thing and after. How do you need to communicate that? Is it a spreadsheet? Is it a stats of conversion rates? Is it sales? Is it a testimonial? Is it a short little video, right? Because this is a video presentation. If someone sent you a little video testimonial, oh, Coach Sandra changed my life. I went to her workshop and like she gave me confidence and man, now I feel like I can dye my hair pink and pull it off. So whatever you need to do to drop a little bit of social proof, like all we are trying to do is push them over the edge to give us their email address. So what does that take, right? What is worth more than an email address? Just think of it like that. Sandra, what, your hand is raised so politely there.
Yeah. I don't even know how I got there, but I had my hand up this way and then
there you go.
Appeared.
It's a new function by Zoom. Zoom just boom, pops your hand up.
Just pop my hand up. Scott and I do such a similar type of work, I mean, with a different tribe. But Scott, that was a really interesting question about how do I take that balance sheet? And as you were saying that, I'm thinking the cost is the stressful days. Instead of a date night, we have a fight night. Instead of a balanced budget, we have money that we're not talking over. And so the whole idea, that's all tied to emotion. So instead of the emotional roller coaster, balanced emotions, the coming together. So I'm thinking that you and I have a similar thing. So I have to think about the confidence, whether it's around money or speaking up in jobs or careers or getting crossed over. I'm going to have to think in that kind of a way as the balance sheet. Without the confidence, without speaking up, you're getting passed over. And over here, when you're balanced, you're on your feet. So
That's good.
interesting. I like that.
Aaron, did you had a real hand raised, not a virtual?
No, an email popped up that made me angry, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Oh, you're sorry, silly me thinking you
full
were
transparency.
engaging. Silly me thinking you're engaged with what we're doing here.
I'm 80% engaged, and then it goes to 100% when I don't get to.
No, it's all good. Yeah, when I'm designing funnels, like this is usually what the webcam looks at. Ugh, God, son of a, no. And my wife, she walks by and she's like, what's wrong? Is everything okay? I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. I'm just talking to the computer. So, anyway, I totally get it. Well, we're about out of time.
Yeah.
If you're not a member of FunnelFlow yet, what are you doing? Okay, I put the link down to join. No pressure. I'm putting all this stuff into the members area so you have everything that you need to do to actually implement this. And if you need additional support, that is available as well. So in the members area, which I should be finalizing this week and into the next, basically everything you need to do to actually make this type of funnel and make it live. So the presentation, the funnel itself, video walkthroughs, and just it's so simple. It's very simple. If you've never actually built a funnel before, Scott's been like in the weeds building funnels. What do you think, Scott? Like, can anybody do it?
Yeah.
Even you.
Yeah, I mean, 80%. 80% we can do 80% of it, and then you come to this group to get the rest of it done.
There you go. Right. So we don't just like throw you out on your own and say figure it out like some other software companies, like just give us your subscription and good luck, right? Put a help ticket in. No, that's not how this works. So if you join the mastermind, you also get access to the platform and everything. So it's like, it's truly done with you. And if you're the type of individual who's like, just take care of this for me, we can support you in that as well. And so bottom line, I just want you to be successful with this strategy. I'm setting my own clients up in this system. I'm setting myself up. Mike and I actually just recently cut a video. We're using this type of presentation to sell book funnels to business consultants. So I am practicing what I preach. So just want you guys to be successful with that as well. And if you don't want our help with it and you say go kick rocks, that's fine. Just be successful with this type of strategy. Get more opt-ins, decrease your ad spend, get more leads, and make more money. So,
Come on.
Yeah. Anyway, Russell, you get the final thought. You've been so quiet down there in my bottom right. You get the final thought for sending us out this Thanksgiving week.
Yeah. Sorry for the cold weather gear, but I just got back from Jamaica and South Carolina is freezing. But anyway, I just wish everybody a blessed Thanksgiving. Hope family stuff is peaceful. Turkey is cooked right. And we come out over the weekend, we're fired up with new ideas, new inspiration, new energy.
Yes.
Amen.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
Appreciate y'all. We'll see you very soon. Have a
Thanks,
blessed
guys.
holiday.